What up, everyone? So we drove the car and it went bloody good. I'm fucking stoked with the whole thing. How it drove, how it looked, how it sounded. Yeah, but we didn't have a single problem. Everything was mint, no leaks, nothing. I'm super stoked about it. Got to meet a bunch of people that I sort of wasn't expecting to see there. It was just like a little club event with sort of not the usual drift crowd, but there were a bunch of people who turned up to watch and stuff who were really interested in the car and had some good yarns and stuff, so that was epic. And yeah, but that was only low speed stuff. It was only in a car park, so the car went really well, but we're gonna need more juice. And we've talked about this a little bit before, so we've got enough boost, we've got enough fuel. When we were trying to really bring the power in, we just started running into detonation, and it's not too high compression because people do plus T's on 20 DEs and stuff, which are actually higher than this, I believe. We've come to the conclusion that it was the cam that was holding it up, and this was kind of proved by Samet's results with his 20E. So with that being said, two camshafts in here. I originally sent my, well, not the one in the car, but I sent an RB20E camshaft off to get reground, and part of that was because the price of a full custom cam was going to be like over $1,000, and Kelford had like a massive backlog, well, not a backlog so much, but they just were too busy to get onto it, and I don't think they had any more blanks. But turns out they did have a couple on the shelf, and they were feeling it. They're into the build, so did me a solid, did me a good deal, and we have got a brand new RB20ET camshaft here. And what are the details on this bad boy? There she is, still in the packet. It doesn't look, I'm sure the tiniest differences make a huge difference. It looks very similar to the factory one, but the lobes are a little bit different. So what are we dealing with here? We've got intake, it's intake and exhaust 274, net valve lift 12.95, basically 13mm intake and exhaust, 274 degrees. So they should sound sick. I'm super excited to get them in. So, oh, and if we're putting a camshaft in, we're gonna need a cam belt, and we have the Mitsubishi, sorry, we got this guy. It looks too small to me, so we'll have to find out. It was only $18, so I don't know if it's because it's the wrong one or because these are poverty pack motors. But yeah, we're gonna make more power. I'm keen for like 350 horse. I don't know if we'll get there, but that'd be sick. So yeah, without further ado, let's change this cam. So right off the bat, run into a small issue. So I know that these, unlike a dock head, you can't pull the cams up, they have to slide out. So I just rolled it outside, took the rad out, and I was like, oh fuck, like, so it'll come out the front, and then I realised this car's still aircon, which is fucking gangster. I reckon it's a bit of a flex right there, but I do not really want to like disconnect all the aircon, because then I could have it regassed and shit, and I really don't want to do that. Might have to drop the motor down a little bit or something, or sorry, bring it up and drop the back down, but either way, you know, we'll figure it out. Never really worked on an RB with aircon actually. This is just a little bit more knuckle skinning to get to what you need to get to, but we will proceed. I was waiting for this, but before I went for the tune, I wanted to just at least check the condition of the cam belt, and I ran ran into this little guy and he didn't want to come undone, so I didn't even check it. Obviously it was fine, but not quite sure how I'm going to get that guy out. There's just not really room for vice grips in there, and the head is well and truly flogged. Nice. Had to sacrifice her. Don't want to let her hold me up for too long. These easy to replace, and to be honest, they look pretty tough without it. So maybe I'll paint the cam gear in and just leave it like that. I reckon that's actually pretty sick. So we've got all the belts except the cam belt off, got our cover off. I've had the balancer off, but with these I don't think there's actually a mark. Well, there isn't a mark on the top, so you have to count teeth. So I mean there's a little mark on the cam gear here, but I actually couldn't find one on the bottom. It's a bit rusty, so I made my own mark on the bottom. Put this in the middle of my timing marks here. Not that it matters too much for your counting teeth, but put that in the middle, counted my teeth, and then also put this all the way that way, and then made a mark on there for in, and then it's on its way out. You can kind of see there's a mark there. These are actually from when I put the motor together, but they stay true and they're going to work for me now, because obviously this is on a gear, so you can put it in sort of any number of wrong positions. So now when I put the new cam on, put that in the middle, count my teeth, put the cam in, and then I know that that mark on this shaft has to match the mark on the cover there. Also good to see that the old belt is still in all good nick really. It was a bit loose though, and I think that might be because of the upgraded valve springs, so I should really have done this anyway, but I'll put a new tensioner on it. But good to see that it is actually the same size as the new belt. They are just quite small. Now I've just taken all the lifters and all that out, and then just these 3 bolts on the front here, and just like that. Sweet, so pretty good progress for an evening. Probably gonna call it there and come back tomorrow and get this new one in. Righto, so now that we got our old cam out and we want to put our new one in, this is our fresh guy, we need to get this guy off, and to get that off, the seal has to come out because it's kind of difficult to tell. You can sort of see the edge of it, but there is an off-center hole in here. So to pull this off, you need to get that seal out. I'm going to try a method I just found online, which is putting a screw, like a self-tapping screw, into the seal to pull it out. And that should help me get it out, because I can't really lever it out. And we don't care about the seal because we've got a freshie. And heads up, anyone who's doing this, I found it difficult. Well, I could find the single cam seal online, but it was all stuff that was like from Missing Patrol websites and had to get shipped. But all the local stuff that I could find was for double overhead cams, but I checked on Amiyama and it's the same part number, so I just bought one, like 20DE. I think they're all the same seal, so we'll go ahead and just try to get that out and put this one in, and then we can get started putting our new cam in. That was a shit time trying to get the screw to start, but it actually worked. So now this guy just goes like that. bug.
Do you want me to start again?
No, that's all good. And just like that, fellas, the Mighty 20E's got a big old cam in it. We've got our belt back on and stuff now, and I was gonna try to film like, you know, every step putting it back together, but to be honest, between using my phone light for shit and looking up torque specs and all that business, I'm not going to film putting it back together. It's pretty straightforward, so I'll get the motor back together and then we'll start her up. And just like that, she's back together. Looks way sicker with the cover off, but it's a little sketchy, I suppose. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. I'm a little bit nervous. The run-in procedure says you can't run it like under 1500 or 2 grand or something for 20 minutes. So like, no, just sitting there idling, but at the same time, I want to be able to listen for noises and make sure I've done everything right. And also I need to like bleed the cooling system, so we'll just have to sort of take that as it comes. But yeah, I'll try to do that. But yeah, just gonna crank her up, I suppose. Wish me luck. On that. That's gold. Well, running went sweet. No issues, no weird noises so far, so that's mean. It did end up getting to the point where it would stall once it was up to temperature, so I had to play with the idle control valve duty cycles and stuff, but it's like it's idling sweet now. Sounds epic. I'm stoked on it. So now that it's warm and all good, I'll start her up and give it a bit of rev and stuff, and then I guess it's off to the tuner. Sweet as. Well, thanks for watching again, and we'll see you at the tuners and make some power. Later.